Hey everybody, welcome to this workshop. I'm super excited to be connecting with you all about the truth about discovering your purpose. This is going to be a super inspiring session. And I'm just going to get my headphones and things organized as you come on live. Let me know that you're here, say hello, let me know where you're tuning in from. Hey Gemma, good to see you. Beck is here. Welcome, ladies. Hey Jessie. I'm all sorted with my tea. Awesome, ladies. Welcome. Hopefully you can hear me okay. If you can just drop a comment below and make sure that you can hear me, that would be awesome. So looking forward to connecting with you guys tonight about this. Hello, Ginny. You've made a really great choice coming along tonight because we're going to be covering some things that are really going to give you a big shift in perspective around what it means to live a purposeful and fulfilling life. So as you come on, say hi. If you're catching the replay, I know a lot of you will be doing that as well. Make sure you say hi and let me know where you're tuning in from. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. April's here. Hi, Amanda, Kalita. Nice, ladies. Great to have you all here with me tonight. So what we're talking about tonight is all about the truth about finding and discovering your purpose, because a really common question that I get asked is, what's my purpose? Why am I here? How do I discover what my purpose is? And I think the thing is, a lot of us are really waking up to the fact that we often achieve all of the things that we want, right? So we get married, we have children, or we get the job, or we finally get the relationship, and we kind of tick all these boxes. We get the things that we thought we really wanted, and then we find that there's a feeling as though something's missing. Those things don't give us that deep sense of fulfillment and meaning that we thought that they would. Even though they're all great, it's often like, well, I thought this was it. I thought I was finally going to feel as though all of the pieces were in place. And, you know, it's just a really interesting topic, because I think what we've got to do is we've got to start looking at there's something missing. If we feel like we've kind of ticked all the boxes, yet we still have that feeling of dissatisfaction following us around, it's like, okay, cool. There's something that we need to look at, and that's why tonight's training is going to be really powerful. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking about some of the most common mistakes that many people make when it comes to discovering what their purpose is or deciding what it is that they want from their life, and how to avoid this. And this is a biggie, so I really want to take you through this one. We're going to be talking about how you discover what your purpose is and how you can start looking at the world and yourself much more differently. So you really come to this place of believing that what you desire is not only possible for you, but it's a matter of time before it happens. And like, what a powerful place to be operating from, right? I'm also going to be talking about some quick tips and giving you some things that you can be taking away to start getting back on track to a fulfilling and meaningful life. Because I fundamentally believe that we've not come here to struggle, to stress out, and for things to feel really hard. And if that's our predominant experience, it means that something needs shifting. And I know tonight is going to be like the impetus for you in making that change that you've been really seeking. So I've also got a really exciting announcement that I'm going to be making tonight. And I'm kind of bursting at the seams to be able to share it with you. So I'm going to be talking about that later on as well. So awesome work for being here, ladies. And if you haven't already said hi, let me know that you're here. And if there's someone that you know who would really benefit from this message, then make sure you tag them below. Share this over to your personal page, or share this in a messenger conversation with someone who you know would really benefit from all of these teachings as well. So if you hear something that really resonates with you as I'm talking, don't hesitate to give me some hearts and let me know that it's kind of clicked for you, or it's something that's really resonated with you, because I always love to see that as well. So what I always like to do before we kind of get into these sessions is to do just a little bit of breath work, just to really center yourself into the space, because If you can, make sure that if you're watching the replay or you're watching live, that you're in a space where you're not going to be interrupted, maybe for the next like 25 minutes or so, just so that you can really receive the messages that you've come here to get. And I know there's been something that has drawn you here tonight. So it's an amazing gift to give yourself to be really present in this space. So I know you've probably come from a lot of different things. There's been a lot of things that have been going on in your day. So it's kind of time to just let all of that go. So before we kick off, I think it's a great opportunity just to kind of take a few deep breaths and really center yourself in this space. So I want you to take a big deep breath in and let it all go on the out breath. Take another nice big deep breath in. Just let go of the day on the out breath. Beautiful. One more big deep breath in. Just settle into this space. And let it all go on the out breath. Beautiful. And feel free to continue doing a few more of those as I keep speaking. If you need to just settle in and let go of anything that you've been kind of carrying with you today. So let's kick into things. I know there'll be people jumping on a bit later on and still making their way over here. But I want to jump into this content and kind of get into it all. So I think when we talk about discovering your purpose, I don't think we can ever talk about your purpose without first talking about your soul, right? Because I believe the two are really intertwined. They are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reference an episode of Super Soul Sunday. Is there anyone here that likes Super Soul Sunday? Do you watch some of the episodes on YouTube or listen to the podcast? Because I think you've got some really fascinating people that talk about a lot of really cool things. And I'm going to reference one of the episodes that you actually might like to go and have a listen to after you've watched this. So there was this great episode between Oprah and a guy called Gary Zukav, who is the author of The Seat of the Soul. And they were talking about, Oprah had interviewed him years ago, back in the 90s on The Oprah Show. And they were talking about this specific episode as being something that really shifted the way millions of people around the world saw and believed what it meant to actually have a soul. And I shared this with some of my Dream Life Academy clients about a month or so ago, and they really loved it. It really resonated with them. So I knew I kind of had to include it in tonight, given that we're talking about purpose. So if it's sort of a newer topic to you, I kind of want to get into this a little bit. Gary Zukav explains like what the soul is. Essentially what he's saying is the soul is what we are. It is not like a mythical entity that kind of exists out there. It is a powerful and purposeful essence, and it's at the center of who we really are as a person. But you are not the whole soul. Your soul is massive, right? And it was here before you were born, and it will exist long after you die. So you and me, Annabelle, the personality that we are, all of this stuff dies, obviously, but the soul lives on. So this is important when we're talking about our purpose, because he gives this excellent analogy that I want to share with you that will really make this kind of drop down for you. He talks about this analogy of a fleet of ships, and every fleet of ships has a mothership, and this mothership is the ship that knows, is sort of charting the course for all the little boats behind it. It knows where it's going, and it's setting the direction for all the other little boats behind it. And he talks about the mothership as being like this huge city afloat with all of these lights. It's just massive. And the rest of the ships behind it are not really ships. They're more like little boats. So the analogy here is the mothership is like your soul, and the little boat is like you as a person. You are one of the little boats. So the reason I'm using this analogy tonight is that if you're in a place in your life where you feel like things could be better, where you know that a change needs to be made, or you're feeling a bit stuck, or you've kind of got a lot of things in your life already, but they're not giving you the feeling that you thought that they would. You're seeking that deeper meaning from life. And I know that's why we're all here, right? So if that's you, the answer is not to go out and survey all your friends and family or look outside of you for the answers that you're seeking. The answer to seeking out your purpose and the answer to greater fulfillment in your life is to learn how to sail in the same direction as your mothership. So this is your only job in life. That's the only job you have, because when you do this, everything else is taken care of. When you choose to line up with your mothership, with your soul, this is where all the money stuff is taken care of. This is when all of the resources you need come into your life. This is when the people show up at the right time. The opportunities float in. Everything that you need to live a happy, successful, abundant, and fulfilled life, all of those things come to you because essentially you're in a place of flow. We're talking a little bit more about this in just a second. So this is the power of being in alignment with your soul or with your mothership. So let me know below, is this making sense to you? Give me a yes, give me some hearts if this is kind of resonating with you, because it's a really important topic, and it's setting sort of the scene for what we're talking about as we go through here. So the purpose, abundance, happiness, fulfillment, all of those beautiful things that we all seek in our life, they all become a side effect of being in alignment with our mothership, with our soul. Because in life, here's the interesting thing. We get to choose. There's a whole lot of free will that exists in life. We can create anything that we want. And we can go in the opposite direction of our mothership. So we can turn our boat around and go back this way. And no doubt we'll find rough water if we go back that way. That's the stuckness, the stress, the challenges, the dissatisfaction, all of that stuff comes when we're moving in the opposite direction. But if you choose to get into alignment with your mothership, this is where your life has meaning and true fulfillment. This is when you're excited about being alive. This is when you're excited about the things that you're doing. And those details that we often worry about, the money stuff, all that kind of thing, all of that stuff is taken care of, because when it comes to doing what you love and being in alignment, you're always rewarded with the things that you need to be able to do that. So I want you to post below and let me know, do you think, when you think about where you're at the moment, do you feel like you're either in alignment with your mothership, or do you feel like you're going in the opposite direction? So just drop me like an alignment if you feel like you're moving in the right direction, or if you feel like, actually, no, I'm kind of feeling some of these things that mean that I'm sort of moving in the opposite direction. Leave me a comment below underneath this video, and I would love to hear from you. Where do you think you're at? Are you moving in the direction of your soul, of your mothership? Do you feel like you're really in alignment, or are you moving in the opposite direction? Let me know below just while I take a quick drink. Are you in alignment, or are you moving in the opposite direction? Comment below. Because while you're just typing your comments below, if you've just joined, I'm just going to quickly bring you up to speed so this sort of makes sense to you. So I've been discussing about how we can't talk about purpose without first talking about your soul, because your soul being something that is that powerful, purposeful essence. It's at the very center of who you are as a person, but you are not your soul, because your soul never dies. It just continues to live on. And we're talking about Gary Zukav, his analogy of the soul being like a mothership and a city afloat, and we as the person, we're like a little boat behind that mothership, and our purpose in life is to really line up in the direction of that mothership. And you are going to know, guys, you'll know whether you're in alignment or not, because it'll be how you're feeling every day. So are you waking up feeling excited about the work that you're doing? Do you experience feelings like joy and fulfillment every day? Or do you feel like your current experience is more one of like stress and fear and worry and dissatisfaction? Let me know below. Hey Gina, good to see you. Morning Arlette, coming from the UK. Good to see you. Kate's here. Shelley, Rebecca. Hey Rebecca, good to see you. Denise, I'm just catching up on all your comments here. Cezzy, Tina, Emma, tuning in from Christchurch. Awesome. Jolene. Caroline's here. Hey, Ali, good to see you. Jessie, this book was the first was the beginning for me, my first realization. Amazing, Jessie. I'm so pleased. Cool. Bindy's here. Hey, Ash. Good to see you. Hello, Jules, Jolene, Gemma. Jem saying moments of alignment that feel great and in flow, but then moments of stalling. Okay, cool. Jessie, alignment. Belinda, stuck. Getting back on course. Beck, beautiful. Kalita, in alignment. Half and half, says Ash. In alignment just recently, Lisa. Amazing. Rebecca, in alignment 90% of the time. Brilliant. Amanda, not backwards, but more stopped. Okay, cool. Jessie, slow moving ship. Love it. Mandy, half and half. Cool. Jenny, sometimes both, but more alignment recently. Laura, going backwards, but holding on to the rope, not letting go. Love it, Laura. Awesome. Let's get you back on track tonight. Shelley, getting it together again, feels good. Brilliant. Tina, moving forward slowly, but doing a U-turn regularly. Okay, cool. Hey, Cindy, good to see you. Lynn, clearly not on the right track. Okay, cool. Cezzy, bit of both, but getting clear on the alignment path. I love it. I love hearing all of this. Awesome. Okay, cool. So you're totally in the right place. So really, I believe our whole goal in life is to line up with our mothership, to experience joy, happiness, and fulfillment every day, to surround ourselves with people that we love and that we enjoy spending time with, who lift us up, and to really work towards meaningful endeavors. I think that's really what sums up what living a purposeful life is all about. And this is why we are here. This is what I truly believe. This is why we are here. We all want to seek that highest version of ourselves. We all do. We all want to line up with our mothership, because frankly, that's when life feels good, right? That's when we feel so much better. So the problem is, this is just not our experience a lot of the time. Even though we might hit a certain income goal, or finally get that job, or finally get that relationship. We get these things, but we still don't feel fulfilled. It's like something is missing. And this is really key to pay attention to, because I really believe that we didn't come into this life for things to feel hard, for things to be a struggle. And if that's your experience right now, it just means that your little boat has lost sight of the mothership. You've gone off course, as some of you have kind of just identified here. So I want to go into what stops us from getting clear on what our purpose is and from living a more purposeful life. And this is really important for us as women, because I see this as being a huge block to creating more with our lives. Cool. Ellie saying some aspects heading in the right direction, others treading water, some sinking. Okay, cool. Awesome. Good awareness there. Okay, just taking a sip of my tea. So I want to talk to you about the thing that I see as the biggest block to creating a more fulfilled and meaningful life, and that is goal shame. So many people don't value their own desires or their own goals, or they delve the things down that they really want to be creating in their life, because they feel like they need to be out there changing the world, right? So I think there's this common feeling that in order for something to be my purpose, it must be major. It's got to be this public, big thing. And it must involve you being famous and being a household name and being out there. But here's the thing, you don't need to be the next Mother Teresa in order to be living your purpose. So we often put off working towards really meaningful endeavors and projects and things that would give us a true sense of fulfillment, because we feel like that desire is not good enough, essentially. So we end up discounting a lot of the time those wee nudges that our soul is giving us. This way, this thing you need to be going, this direction. And we kind of discount those nudges, or we ignore them altogether, because we feel like our desires, those things, are not good enough, or they're not big enough. Let me know below. Have you noticed that come up for you, that you sort of think, well, I'd kind of love to do that and that would feel really fun to me, but really, like, is that all I should be working towards? Shouldn't it be something bigger than that? Let me know if you've kind of noticed some of that self-talk showing up in your life. Because honestly, this is very common, and I see this a lot in my work. So what happens then? when we kind of have this shame around some of our desires and we think that they're not good enough, we end up playing small. We don't move too far from the pack, and we end up sacrificing our own happiness and our own fulfillment in the process. So my challenge to you tonight for being on here, or if you're watching the replay, is it's really time to step up, and it's time to start shining your light, right? Because you are here for a reason, and living a purposeful life is really about getting unapologetic about what you want, not what you feel you should be doing with your life, but what you want to be doing. And I actually just want to drop this down as like a journal prompt for you. Let me just see if I can chuck this here in the comments. And I'm going to drop this here. So use this journal prompt tonight, maybe after we've finished the session tonight. Take it and do some free writing on it, maybe work on it over the next couple of days. But this journal prompt is, what does success look like for you, right? What does success look like for you? Because for some people, I think we often have this like definition of success that we're grown up like sort of seeing, and we see it, you know, out in the media and things that we consume day to day. And so I think we often believe that there's one version of success, and that if we don't fit into that box, then we're not truly successful, or the things that we're wanting to work towards are not really truly meaningful. But here's the thing. I mean, you will never find fulfillment if you're chasing down someone else's version of success. So I want you to start thinking, what does success look like for you? Like, you might have a desire to write a book, or to achieve something at a national level, or start your own charity. And those are all beautiful desires and goals to have. But do you know what is equally as awesome and meaningful? Goals about your own personal growth, about wanting to become the best person that you can be, wanting to show up as an amazing mother, show up as a powerful role model in your family, to be really working on yourself so you can be that person for yourself, you know, firstly, and for other people in your life. Maybe it's that you're wanting to work towards things in your community and you want to be active in your community. That's awesome. It could be things about sharing your creativity, like painting, music that you want to write or play. It could be writing, things that you want to get out there and write about. So all of these things are really meaningful and worthy. And often I think another big one is like this feeling of like, oh, just being a mother is not really a purpose. Like, that's not really a meaningful thing to work towards. And I couldn't think of anything more meaningful and purposeful than like being a mother, and, you know, being a role model inside your family, and really working on yourself to be showing up as an amazing mother and a leader inside your family, and to be raising, you know, children who are loving and kind and are contributing members of society. That's a really purposeful thing to be working towards. But you can see where we kind of go, oh, well, I should be working towards something more than that. So we then end up changing course and moving our boat in another direction and going after things that we actually are not true soul desires. They're actually not things that are meaningful to us, because we kind of dull the things down that are meaningful, because we often think that they're not big, out there, changing the world type goals. So it's really important for you to take some time to be thinking about, what does success look like for you? And as I said, living a purposeful life is all about getting unapologetic about what you want to be experiencing in your life, not what you think you should be doing. Yeah, there's a big distinction between the two. So let me know your ahas around that. What does success look like for you? Post below. I would love to hear. It kind of feels like settling, Ellie. Yeah. Elizabeth saying, definitely notice some of that talk. I often feel like I should do something more prestigious, yes, if I'm able to, rather than what I think I would really love to do. Absolutely, Elizabeth. So yeah, so common. Cindy saying the big enough Mother Teresa stuff is absolutely the nail on the head. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Andrea, good to see you. Let me know below, ladies, what, if you were to get truly unapologetic, what would success look like for you? What does that look like? Not what you think you should be going for, but what would success look like for you? pop that below. I'd love to hear. So really the big thing is I don't want you to discount the direction that your soul is leading you in because you believe that that direction is too small or not big enough when you compare it to other people. It's a really, really important point. So we just live in this world where we feel like we have to be like everyone else. We dull ourselves down, we conform, we don't move too far from the pack. But as one of my mentors says, she says, who you are is the whole point, right? Who you are is why you came here. There is no right way and there's no real strategy for any of this. The whole point is about being you. And there's an immense power that comes from aligning your life to be more fully about you, like your authentic self. So when you're living your life in alignment with your mothership, like we've been talking about tonight, this is when you're at your strongest, right? This is when you feel your best. This is when you're magnetic to the things that you want in your life. You become like this super attractor. You can really call in the money, the relationship, the love, the things that you need because you're in this state of flow. And really, this is where life has true meaning. And really, this is why you were born, all of this. This is truly the purpose of life, right? The purpose of life is to line up with our mothership and for our life to be an expression of these things that are most important to us, yeah? Cool. Free time during the day, says Ginny. Time, freedom, and flexibility. Awesome. Those things are important to you, Jem. Jessie, feeling fulfilled in my joy, my overflow, content with my desires and my energy medicine. Love it. Awesome. Okay. So that is really what it's all about, ladies. It's really about lining up your soul with your soul so that you can really extract that true meaning and fulfillment. And that is really what my purpose here is to really draw that light and that power out of you. And that's what my signature program, the Dream Life Academy, is all about. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about this later on, but I just want to drop this announcement in now, which I'm super excited about. I kind of getting all like giddy and excited about it because I have a big announcement to make. The Dream Life Academy, if you're not already aware of what this is my signature 12-week program to become your best self, to live with happiness now and to design a fulfilling and meaningful life so you feel really inspired about your future. This is my signature program. Over 100 women have gone through this program around the world and have changed their lives. And I absolutely adore this program. It's like a child of mine. I love it. And I really decided about a month or so ago that I wanted to make this program more accessible to more people. And so I decided to create a version of this program and put it on a massive sale. So for a really limited time, this program is available where you'll be able to save $1,000 on the program. Which is really exciting. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Dream Life Academy in a second because there's a bit more that I want to get through with you guys tonight. But I just wanted to let you know about that. I'm just going to pop the link below where you can go and check it out. Essentially, the Dream Life Academy is on this big sale. I've never ever offered the program at this price before. You'll save over $1,000 on the program. And if you join by this Friday at 7 o'clock, you'll also get a free ticket, a free live stream ticket to my Dream Life retreat. So I'm hosting an in-person retreat at the end of this month, and you're going to get a free ticket, a live stream ticket to this full day event. And you'll get that completely free if you join by this Friday. So if this is kind of calling out to you, if you're seeing that you really need support in this area, then stay on because I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Dream Life Academy in a sec, but there's a little bit more that I want to cover off with you before we get into that as well. So I've got a few more questions that I want to be giving to you for you to be taking like tonight to be sitting on. It's going to really draw a lot of clarity out for you and really help you create this shift in perspective. So as we've been talking about, what's more important than anything else is that you forget about what other people are doing and start tuning into what it is that your soul is really calling you to do, to come into alignment with your mothership, because this is where all the power is. So The next question that you're probably going to be asking is, well, how do I know what my purpose is? How do I know how to line up with my mothership? And here's the thing, you'll know what your purpose is because it's the things that your soul is calling you to do. So I'm going to be giving you some couple of questions for you to be sitting on shortly, for you to actually start extracting some of these answers out. So Beck, you were saying for you, success is about time and location freedom, about creativity in a fulfilling life. Love it. CZ, for you, authenticity, flexibility, freedom, creative expression. Love it. I love these broader definitions of success, that it's totally okay to want to have lots of money and to be successful. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But that's one version of success. It's about broadening that definition as well. And I'm loving seeing some of these things coming through that really capture that. That's great. Ali, for you, it's to be happy and healthy and comfortable in your body and satisfied with yourself, whatever you do. Love it. Cool. Okay. Awesome. So these questions I'm going to be dropping down below for you as well. These are some journal prompts. So I want you to really start asking yourself, what is it that my soul is craving right now? So you might be tempted to go into, well, I want a new job, or I want a job with these kinds of hours. But when we start to get really in the detail of it all and the specifics, if we start there, this is when we invite all of this resistance in. And we get stuck and we stay there. So what I'm going to really invite you to do tonight is to shift this, to do this slightly differently. So what I want you to ask yourself right now is, what is it, and I'm going to pop this below, what is it, what is my soul truly craving right now? What is my soul truly craving right now? As I said, not getting into the specifics and the nitty gritty of this job, this kind of relationship. I want you to more think about the emotional experiences that you're really seeking in your life right now, because you want to start there, because trust me, and I'm going to talk about this in a second, that detail will fill in, the how will fill in, but you first must decide what it is that you're really craving. So is it things like freedom? And I know that's really big in my community, and I see that a lot with my clients as well, this desire for a lot of freedom. And for conscious people, you know, all of you lovely ladies who are watching tonight and those that are watching the replay, we think in a different way to a lot of other people, right? We are these sort of soulful people, and we do crave a lot of freedom in our life. So maybe that's on your list. It could be something like creativity. You want an outlet for your creativity, and you want to be able to express yourself creatively. That could be on yours. What is it that your soul is truly craving? Is it love, greater love in your life? Is it a connection with people? What are those things? Start with the emotional experience first, and then we'll start filling in the details in just a second. So I want to hear those below, ladies. What is it that your soul is truly craving? Justine saying, wow, also true for me. This talk is a bit of an eye-opener. Love listening in. Great, Justine. Welcome. I'm so pleased. So Laura, you're saying a sense of purpose, health. Belinda saying emotional freedom. Great, Belinda. Ali saying safety and security. Okay, great. Anyone else, ladies? What else is it that your soul is truly craving right now? You could also put it another way. It's like, what are you denying yourself that you really want? Like, that's another way, is kind of flipping it on its head. What are you denying yourself that you really want? And that's kind of a true desire for you. And this is the next question. I'm kind of moving through these a little bit quickly because I don't want to keep you here all night. But I want you to ask yourself, creativity and freedom, Tina. Creativity, says Ginny. GC, true self-acceptance. Beautiful. Elizabeth, creativity, authenticity, a sense of meaning, purpose, self-expression, joy, affection. Andrea, love it. Love hearing all of this, ladies. Okay, cool. Here is your next question. And as I said, take these prompts, go and use them in your own reflection time so that you can kind of take the work that we do tonight and sort of extrapolate it and take it in another direction. So the next question I want to ask you is, how can your life begin to be an expression of these soul desires? So when you talk about, for example, Tina, for you, creativity and freedom, how can your life begin to be an expression of those things? Yeah. And this is the first question to be asking yourself, not how am I going to start the business or how am I going to be able to do X, Y, or Z. You've got to start looking at, it's really where when you allow your life to be an expression of these things that you're truly craving, this is when all of those details begin to be filled in for you. We could sort of put it another way, when you start honoring your soul and those soul desires, and you start making your life an expression of these emotions, watch what kind of magic begins to unfold for you. This is what true alignment is. And as I was talking about before, when we are in true alignment, all of the money stuff is solved for us. The opportunities come in, the right people show up. We're in this state of flow where we really become magnetic to the things that we need. But we can't get into that space when we're too busy moving our boat in the opposite direction. So the first step is not about trying to solve all the big things first. The first step is to identify what your soul is truly craving. And secondly, to be looking at, how can my life begin to be an expression of those things that I'm craving? This is going to bring you into this place of alignment. And this is when these bigger questions begin to be answered for you. So maybe you're even starting to feel some of these nudges now, these things that you really do want. And you know there's something that you should be doing, but you've kind of put it on the back burner or told yourself that it's kind of not big enough or it's not important enough. So you kind of just put it to one side. But what I found, and in my life, I know this to be true, that just because it's not a good time or we don't want to listen to our soul, it doesn't mean those things go away. When we're not honoring what we truly need and what we truly desire, life has a way of really making us pay attention. And for me in my life, that was about getting like physically sick. I was, emotionally in a really bad space. I kind of hit rock bottom. And it wasn't until I got to that space that I really had to look and go, okay, there's got to be something else for me. And at that time I was working in corporate and living quite a different life to what I am now. Obviously now I have my own business and get to work with clients all around the world and get to do work like this and that I absolutely adore. But yeah, my life back then looked really different, and it was reaching that rock bottom. It was like a way of my soul saying to you, wake up and pay attention. This is not the direction that you should be going in. Has anyone else had experiences like that where you kind of realize like, yes, I think my soul is trying to tell me something? Cool. Honoring my soul. Love that, says Jessie. Cool. Fantastic, ladies. Okay. So I want you to, it's really all about becoming unapologetic about what you truly want. So if you really didn't care what other people thought, if it wasn't about having to be the biggest and the most public and the best, if that's a true desire for you, by all means go for it. But if it's not a true desire for you, what is it that you really want to be doing? What are the things that are most meaningful to you? And it's time to step up and start shining your light. This is what's so important. And when we start to really honor what we want and we start improving that quality of our life, and we start filling our life up day to day with the things that our soul is really craving, as I've been saying, the answer to those bigger questions always comes to us. It becomes clear. And I really believe that we have desires and wants for a reason. I believe that our desires are placed into us by the universe and they're part of our soul's plan. And if you're serious about living a fulfilled life, and you really need to get serious about listening to these soul desires and honoring them, because as I said, just because you don't want to listen to them doesn't mean they go away. And life has a way, as the same with my experience, of coming back harder and faster and louder, telling us, pay attention. These are the things, this is the direction you should be going in. And you really want to be paying attention to the things that feel exciting to you, that feel creative to you, because all of that is leading you to the path to most fulfillment, really to your purpose, okay? And this is a key part of the Dream Life Academy. In Module 4 and onwards in the Dream Life Academy, we go through my signature goal setting process, which is all about getting you super clear on your passions, your purpose, and the things you really want to be experiencing in your life, so that you're creating a life with a really clear sense of direction. And I provide a ton of guidance and lots of tools inside this program to actually get you clear on what it is that you want. And as I said, the Dream Life Academy is on a major sale right now where you're going to be able to save $1,000 off the program. And if you join by this Friday at 7 o'clock, you're going to get a free ticket to a free live stream ticket to my Dream Life Retreat, which is an entire day of live coaching with me, in addition to the full 12-week program with $1,000 off. So it's a major sale, and I'm just super excited to be sharing it with you at this price. It's kind of like my gift that I want to give you because I know how impactful this program is, and I just absolutely adore it like a child. So what I want to go into is one of the biggest blocks for us. Well, one of the biggest blocks to fulfilling our purpose is actually us. We are the biggest block, right? And it's the stories, it's the limiting beliefs, it's the blocks that really hold us back from following our soul desires and from living that truly fulfilled life. So here's the thing. It's not that you actually need more willpower, or you need to be better at managing your time, or you need 2 more years experience, or if you just had more money, whatever it is. These are just stories of the ego. They really are. And when we haven't learnt to train our mind to get into alignment with the change we want to create, it becomes really difficult to create a different experience in our life. So it's really 80% of the work is done upstairs in terms of our mindset. Our mind has to be on board with the life that we're trying to create. Otherwise, we end up staying where we are. And here is something that's really important. And I would probably almost write this down if I was you. You are not going to be able to create your dream life by resigning to your current reality. I'll say that again. You won't achieve your dream life by resigning to your current reality. Because what feels real to you, what feels real to you right now, is just based on your past experiences and your current beliefs. That's what feels real to you. So to create something bigger and better for yourself in your life, you need to be able to shift your mindset into really believing that what you desire is possible for you. And it could be something like you desire a job with specific hours or more flexible hours, or maybe you want to start a business, or maybe there's a relationship that you're wanting to be calling into your life. Really, when it comes to any of these things that we want, the world reflects back to us what our beliefs are, the beliefs that we're energizing either consciously or subconsciously. So how can you tell whether your mind is on board or in alignment with the change that you want to create? Well, the easiest question for us to ask is, do you have what you want in your life? Is your life in all areas the way you want it to be? Or are you struggling with the same stuff over and over again? Because you really need to be able to believe the change that you want in your life is possible for you and that you truly deserve it. Really important. And when you start to change the way you see yourself, this is when the universe can rush in and begin to support you. This is when the money shows up, the resources, the people, the opportunities. This is when we're in like true alignment. Making sense? Let me know below. Absolutely, says Beck. Yes, says April. Amazing, says yes, every day. Rebecca, yes, I have found myself in the middle of people who really didn't align with me. Yes, for sure. Awesome. So that's something that I really want you to be thinking about, is that you really won't create the change that you want in your life by resigning to your current reality and kind of looking at what you've got and go, oh, well, this is as good as it gets. This is kind of all I've ever been able to create. So this is all I'll ever be able to do. Because something that actually came up on one of my coaching calls this morning, and it's been a bit of a theme that's been running through this week as well, is that I don't want you to give up on yourself, because we are the worst at doing that, right? I think this is what so many of us as women do, is we think about all the change that we desire in our life, and we start to design a new future for ourselves, and we get excited about it. We start off with a positive intention, and then we start to fill our minds with all of this crazy talk about why it's not possible, or, you know, no one else has done it around us, so it's going to be hard and we may as well not even try. And we start off with this positive intention, and then we give up on ourselves, which is like, it's got to stop. We've got to stop giving up on ourselves, because how many times have you said to yourself, this month is going to be different, or this year is going to be different? How many times have you watched yourself give up on yourself before you've even started, right? Have you seen that much in your life? And there's no judgment here. This is not about a judgment, because God knows these patterns have absolutely been a part of my life, and I can see them still showing up today. But here is the difference when it comes to this. I get to see myself stopping myself. I can see it in the moment, and I can choose differently. And I have the level of confidence and self-belief that really makes me relentless in the pursuit of my desires and the life that I know is really meant for me. And this is what allows me to overcome a lot of these stuck points. This is what allows me to no longer give up on myself. And this is the key to living this purposeful life. We have to be able to be in this place of total self-belief and confidence that what we desire is not only possible, but it's just a matter of time before we achieve it. And when you can operate through life with that level of self-belief and confidence, watch what begins to happen for you. And this is a really major part of the Dream Life Academy as well. I dedicate at least one module, and it's always through the other modules as well, all about learning how to tackle your inner critic and learning how to detox and let go of these old limiting beliefs and these old belief systems that are blocking you from creating the change that you want in your life and what you really desire. And I teach you some really simple tools to be able to implement so that you can start building that level of confidence that I've just been talking about, that makes you unstoppable towards the thing that you really desire. Because it's not enough just to have a desire. Of course, we have to back that up with action, and it's the action part is where we come unstuck. It's the action part is where we give up on ourselves. And I don't want that to be your future anymore. I want you to be able to not only have a desire and to know what it is that you want, but I want you to be able to be relentless in the pursuit of those things. And, you know, come and join the Dream Life Academy. If you notice that you've been blocking yourself, if you notice the same stuff shows up, and you really want to be able to shift into this space of total confidence and self-belief, then the Dream Life Academy is certainly a great fit for you. So is this all making sense, ladies? Way too many times, says Ellie. Haha, April. I think we've all been there, Ellie, as I said, and like I've seen it, and I see it in my life, but the difference is now I can watch myself trying to stop myself, and I can choose differently because I've kind of I've trained my mind to think in different ways, and I have the ability to really overcome those limitations that we put in, you know, in front of ourselves, so that I can actually go out and achieve the things that are really meaningful for me. Awesome, ladies. 100, 100, 100, Elizabeth. Amazing. Cool, cool, cool. So I want to shift gears a little bit and start talking to you a little bit more about the Dream Life Academy, just because I don't want to keep you here all night. So as I said, I'm super excited to let you know that this program is on a major sale right now, where you'll be able to save over $1,000 on the program. It's my signature 12-week program to get you living your dream life. I've helped over 100 women around the world inside this program, and it is truly a powerful program. You can go and check out some of the testimonials over on the page. I've just pinned the comment underneath this video. And you can see some of the videos from our alumni sharing their experiences inside the program and the things that they've seen really shift for them. So this program is really about getting you to live your dream life, getting you to become your best self so that you can live with that sense of purpose and happiness. You can get clear about what you truly desire and feel really inspired about your future and feel confident about being able to make that happen. So the program honestly changes lives, and I absolutely love the Dream Life Academy. If you join by Friday, as I said, you'll be able to get that bonus where you can join me for a full day via live stream, a full day of live coaching at my retreat, which is super exciting. So I want to talk to you a little bit about, while I'm talking to you a wee bit about the Dream Life Academy, feel free to be dropping some of your comments below or questions. If you've kind of been some questions that have come up for you as we've been talking tonight. Pop the questions below, and I'd also love to hear what has it been that has been like your drop down from tonight. I would love to hear that as well. What's been the thing that's kind of popped for you? Jim saying, testimonial, the DLA, the Dream Life Academy, is life-changing, no joke. Jim is one of my beautiful clients that's been through the Dream Life Academy. So thank you, Gemma. And so is Cizzy. She says, I second that. Thank you, ladies, for your lovely comments. Two amazing ladies that have been through the Dream Life Academy and are now up to some pretty epic things in their lives. So really exciting. So I want to hear from you. What's been the drop down for you? You came along tonight and there's clearly something that kind of drew you to this. It was a message that you've clearly come to get. So what is it that you are going to be taking away? What's the thing that's dropping down for you? Whether you're watching the replay or you're watching live, I would love to hear. So pop that in the comments below. So the Dream Life Academy, what is it that you can kind of expect from this program? This is really all about discovering a new sense of passion and excitement in your life and really getting you to feel completely re-energized about where you're heading. We're going to be redesigning your lifestyle so you can let go of stress and anxiety and start feeling a whole lot more balanced and calm in your life. We've been talking about those stuck points and how we block ourselves. So you're going to learn how to finally overcome those stuck points that have held you back in the past from creating that change that you want, so that you can feel a whole lot more free and a whole lot more confident. You're going to clearly define your purpose and your goals and the pathway to achieving them, so you're propelled forward with that really clear sense of direction, which is so important. You're going to create unwavering confidence and self-belief and learn a lot of happiness hacks that are going to help you bounce back from setbacks and obstacles and maintain a much more of a sense of flow and peace in your life. And really what this program is all about is giving yourself permission to start making your dreams a reality, the things that are most important to you. So the program is a 12-week program, and when you join, you're going to be guided through this really carefully curated 12-week system. And it includes, the Dream Life Academy includes video trainings and audio trainings, downloadable worksheets and workbooks, all housed in an online membership site, which you can access 24/7 from wherever you're based. So as long as you've got an internet connection, you're good to go. And over the 12 weeks, you're going to be guided through the Dream Life framework and receive the exact steps and the exact tools to be able to see results really quickly. And the great thing is you get support well beyond the 12 weeks of the program. You can continue to access all aspects of the program well beyond the 12 weeks. So you can keep coming back to the program as often as you need to, and you can go completely at your own pace. So you may like to start now and go through the whole 12 weeks as it's stripped out to you, or you might just like to hang out with the first couple of modules and go through with those for a wee while and then pick up some of the other stuff as you go along. And that's totally cool as well. The program is really designed to work around you and your life, and you can go completely set your own pace with this program. So my clients tell me it's kind of like receiving a little gift in your inbox every week for 12 weeks, where you're just getting something new, a new module that's landing in your inbox, showing you exactly what you need to do and nothing that you don't. So it's really, really clear. And it's kind of really like having a personal coach in your ear, someone showing you, me, how to become your best self. And to kind of imagine just sitting in front of your computer, looking at a video where I'm taking you through some really powerful tools and practices that you can implement into your life right away. Maybe you're sitting down with a tea or a glass of wine and you're kind of just soaking in this really inspiring information. And you're kind of diving into a new workbook each week and actioning all of this beautiful content that you're learning. And so this is what this program is all about. I'm super excited about it. As you can tell, it's like a child of mine. I'm super proud of this program. We've worked with over 100 women around the world who've been through the Dream Life Academy, which has been such an honor and pleasure for me. And as I said, this program's now being opened up at an amazing sale price. I'll never be offering it again at this price, I don't think. And I've never offered it before at this price. You're about to save over $1,000 on the 12-week program and get started right away on creating your dream life. And as I said, if you sign up before this Friday, you're also going to get a free live stream ticket to the Dream Life Retreat, which I'm holding at the end of this month. And you can join me for an entire day of live coaching via live stream and get in on all of that inspiring action as well. There'll also be a recording of that, which you can catch up on later on as well. So that, let's take a quick drink before I go back over to your comments. So if you want to learn more about the Dream Life Academy, I've pinned the comment. You can go over and check out the sales page. You'll see videos from our alumni, testimonials from them. Have a look through, feel it out, see the results and experiences that our alumni have experienced through going through the academy. If you have any further questions, you're welcome to send me a message, but don't delay because the sale is not going to be around for much longer. And you're also, that bonus is ending Friday night as well. So you definitely want to get in on that. So Elizabeth is saying, Lisa's saying, third that, it was a life-changing program for me as well. Thanks, Lisa. Thank you for your lovely comment. Elizabeth saying, who you are is the whole point. That was a big light bulb moment for me. Thank you. Yeah, that my mentor, she says that. Who you are is the whole point. Why are we trying to be someone else? I'm pleased that's dropped down for you, Elizabeth. That's great. Jesse's saying, I want to read Seat of the Soul again. Thank you. Awesome nudges tonight. You're welcome, Jesse. Getting back on track with what I want in my life. Help moving forward, says Denise. Honoring my soul, says Jesse. Following that mothership, says Jenny. I realize I'm stuck living in fear and insecurity. Yeah, and it's time to set yourself free from that alley and let it go, and to give yourself permission for life to feel easier. The Dream Life Academy would be an amazing fit for you. You can't click the link that you've pinned, says Gemma. I can click it from my end. Let me just pop it in here for you again, Gemma, so you can check it out. I've just popped it in again so you can check it out there, and I'll probably also add it to this video. If you're watching the replay, you'll be able to check it out on like in the description of this video. All right, well, we've almost been going for an entire hour, and I said to myself I wasn't going to go any longer than an hour, so I didn't keep you here all night, but I'm pleased this has been helpful, and I know that, you know, you came here for a reason. So make sure whatever you do with this information, it doesn't become something that you just listen to and kind of watch passively, that you actually go and action some of the things that we're talking about. And if you really want that support to be able to action this stuff and get to the end of this year feeling super proud of the momentum that you've been creating in your life, definitely go and check out the Dream Life Academy. It's an incredible program. The sale won't be around for very long. Join by Friday and get free access to like a live stream to my full day retreat at the end of the month as well. I would love to see you there. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to send me a message as well. So I think we're going to leave it there, ladies. It's been so nice to spend the last hour with you. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for watching the replay if you're catching up on the replay as well. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.